Okay, thank you. I began with the recording, so that's well, thank you so much. So I'm starting officially if you're ready to start. I'll be grateful if you could turn your video. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes. All right.
Yes, I like the outfit. This is really nice. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much for the time. So I'm beginning. Right. So today on Time with Alumni, we have here engineer Mrs. Margaret Aniawu-Asumakah. I hope I pronounced the name right.
Yes, you did. A good try.
Okay, thank you so much. She's a metallurgical engineer and she read materials engineering for her undergraduate studies here at KNUST, College of Engineering. So we'd just like to ask you first question, where exactly you are right now. We know you have a new position, a new place. If you could just tell us, yes.
Okay, thank you very much. That's Kisiwa. I think I got it right. Yes. So yeah, thank you. I'm currently with Ashanti Gold Mines. Of the, I would say, the global giants in Ghana. So currently, in terms of our presence, we are in Chirano in Guinea. So I'm currently the process manager for one of the branches where we process gold. So the business is to produce gold. So yes. My current role is process manager at Chirano. Thank you
so much. So she is a process manager for Ashanti Gold at Chirano. Has a huge portfolio. We are really proud of you. Just to go ahead.
Thank you.
Good. I have taken a look at your portfolio. It's really huge. And I see you have a lot of experiential knowledge coming from water treatment, flow planning, and all the way to mining. So I would like to ask, have you always wanted to be an engineer right from childhood?
Okay, yeah. Right from childhood, that wasn't the main aim. I would say that the childhood didn't be a pilot. I wanted to fly in the air, but along the way, it was brushed off. So the childhood's, dreams and all that, it was brushed out. And I would say that I did not really have vision to be an engineer. That wasn't the intention. But what happened was that my love in mathematics actually geared my career. So in the early years of my education, that is from the GHS, I developed interest in mathematics. So whilst I was choosing my courses, I chose it very biased towards mathematics. So, engineering, I taught much more of calculative. Mm-hmm. So I ended and ignored whatever or medical or is like admission in Legon as a was it biological science, but because I am much more interested in mathematics, I did not go in there. I waited for admission for tech. I took the engineering career. So I would say that my mathematics knowledge actually puts me in the direction of engineering line.
It has been in a way of childhood dream, even was from JHS. So yeah, in a sense, your childhood dream.
Yes.
So from JHS, because you took an interest in mathematics, would you say, was there any particular person who, should I say, gave you that, made you want to go that way, a role model of a sort? Yeah.
Yeah, so for the interest in mathematics, the main reason why my interest was aroused is that I realized that for mathematics, I could get 100 over 100. So wow. I'm result-oriented. I'm someone who wants to see the marks and want to see, yes, I'm doing very well. So I taught it, and I had a teacher by then who told us, look, 1 plus 1 everywhere is 2. So wherever you are in UK, you are in Bofudu, or you are in Nakoti, 1 plus 1 is 1. It's 2. So when I got that understanding and the concept, I realized that, oh, okay, then I can get a perfect square, a perfect mark in mathematics. So that is where, or how come I yearned towards, or my interest really came out in the math. So yes, I had someone in mind who is a teacher who taught me where the everything started from.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. That's great. I'd like to also ask that right now, I know from when you started, maybe you had fewer women in engineering, but now you have a lot more women joining the profession. Would you say that that's a great improvement, and why?
Yes, actually, when I started with AngloGold Ashanti Gold Mines, Obuasi, and even to take my section alone, that year we were service candidates that joined company, and for the production, I was the only lady among 13. So you could female proportion in engineering was very low.
Very low.
In my it's low because we're about 50 something in class and we're about 7. So when you try the proportion, it was very low. And I would say that I'm very, very happy that down the line, I would say a tip now, we are seeing a lot of improvement in coming into the engineering. And for me in person, I'm trying to ensure I see a lot of women in my department, to my department now. I would say that now, but we have ladies, I'm trying as much as possible to have 50-50. That is my objective. Though it's quite tough and difficult, but I know that we're able to get there. So currently, in my, come again.
I said I can imagine to get a 50-50. I really, wow.
Yes. So now is that, especially for the senior rules. The senior rules, I try as much as possible to reach the gap. That is so, like my senior metallurgist, for instance, I have 2 roles or 2 slots. One is a female and one is a male. And how I'm trying to go about it to make sure that we bridge the gap, though we have a long way to go. But I for sure one day we'll get there.
Definitely. Okay. Thank you so much. So, would you like to share with us what your greatest challenge has been so far? So you've had quite a number, but maybe just what your greatest one has been, how you handled it.
Yeah, yes, greatest challenge. We have challenges, I told you, especially in a male-dominated field. Wrestling, it's something that you have to intentionally, have at the back of your mind that. So the main challenge is that, you see, as a female, in just my environment, what happens is when you are, coming to even suggest or say something because of the background of our cultural background, is as though as a female, you need to be silent, Yeah. So you need to actually have a focus to say that, no, I need to speak up. So the main challenge in my industry is how we'll be given the opportunity to speak up, and that with no fear. Because one thing is that a lot of thought comes to your mind. That even female, because look, most of them are leaving their wives in the house. and they are coming to see you as their boss. It's quite very difficult. And at times, you are even leading people who are old enough as your father. So such people, it's quite very difficult to actually bring them to the line, for them to know we are in the workspace. And irrespective of my gender, or in this case, irrespective of my sex, I need to work professionally. So that is one thing it's quite challenging. But yes, as I said, you need to purpose, you need to be intentional and know that you are in your workplace. And that mandate has been given to you. The authority has been given to you to function. So with that, we are able to break it. So basically, it's just that female notion. And naturally, God created us to be very fragile. If you realize, as a female, it's like we are very soft and very, very like, and even the Bible described us as weaker vessels. I believe you are a Christian, so we are like the weaker vessels, and we are quite fragile and all that. So with that, if you don't actually, challenge yourself and say that no, I'm going to do it, you end up, sitting somewhere, or you end up just, quelling in your own box and not actually coming up and facing the challenges that you're having. So in a nutshell, it's just understanding, the general understanding that we are moving from a different paradigm shift to, actually holding the gender issue and making sure ladies are positioned up there. That is it. And I believe we are breaking through. Yeah.
I agree with you. So the problem is sometimes assertion. I agree with you. So I'd like to ask, I noticed you've done your master's, but I would like to dwell on your BSc because you had it. And so I'd like to know whether in your career,
Okay.
your long journey that you've had, you would say that you can recognize times you've actually made use of the things you have learned in your undergraduate studies and throughout your career, and the importance. I mean, at this point, we just want the young engineers who are working and then those who are also in school to understand the importance of what it is they're learning and how they can actually apply it when they get into the working field.
Okay, yes. I always tell my young methodologists this scenario, and I say that whatever we learned in school is the basics, and those are the fundamentals. And when you come to the industry, we need to. So you wouldn't really have it as though X, Y plus Z is equal to this, or the data neighborhood and all that. No, we will not get that. But we need to apply whatever we have learned. Simple scenario. That when we were talking about density, okay, and we said that we know that density is mass over volume. That's what we were taught. And we understood how to even determine the mass or the weight of an object. So now come to the industry. And they ask you, especially my industry in a processing field, we measure density of whatever slurry or whatever material treating. And now I've asked you to go and measure density. You should be able to infer. Remember that, okay, I've been taught in school that density is mass over volume. So what do I need to do? So I always say that whatever we've learned is not abstract, but it is applied. I'm going to apply it. And with that, again, most of the things we did is to make us analytical thinkers. So I tell my people, if I say my people, I mean next the young metallurgists with me. Yeah. I tell them that they should analyze, they should think. So when I ask you to give me or populate some figures for me, you populate the figures. I expect you to be able to give me a story in the figures. So I expect you to tell me that, okay, with what I have, this is the trend I'm seeing. I'm seeing a positive trend or a downward trend. And this thing we're taught in school. We're taught to analyze data and all that. So there are basics and principles that actually equips us to actually implement and apply it in the industry or on the field. And one thing I also wanted to add is that whatever we learn to school helps to understand why the thing is done, why A, B, C, D is done. Mm-hmm. Why? Now, when you come to the industry, we have people who have not attended, university, or who have not gone to the basic schools, and for them, they know how it is done. So they are being taught that add A plus to it, and it's happening, but they don't understand why. But because we are coming from the basics, the fundamentals, then we understand. When we come, we become better off. So you will see that they are working for over 10 years before, but it will just take you, let's say, 2 years, and you become a boss over them. So I always say yes. That's connection is there. Whatever we learn as young graduates, we can apply it on the field. Yeah. Thank you
so much. Yeah, thank you so much. That I think is really true. So I think at this point, I'd like to wrap up by asking you, if you had the opportunity to do it again, would you choose KNUST again and do metallurgical engineering?
I will, certainly. Let me tell you a story.
Yeah, please do.
When I joined, when I gave admission at, I did materials engineering, and that was my first choice. It wasn't my second choice. My first choice. I got it. And in fact, as I said, I wanted mathematics, anything mathematics. So when I went and we were of materials engineering, so the name material engineering alone, people didn't understand the whole course. So you can go to, let's say, one day I went to, I think, Republic Hall. So they were asking me, which course? You are fresh, fresh Nino. Which I said, material engineering. I said, huh? The guy said, huh? Material, are you coming to so? It's quite so embarrassing, and you have to take the time and explain, no, it is this and that and all that. So I remember posted to do my national service. Actually, in my badge, they posted, I think, 3 times. So they posted to one of the schools. So I went to the school. I was prepared to go and do it. So I went to the school. So when I went and I showed that, oh, please, I've been posted here. And then I said I did materials engineering. I said, hey, this place, there's no vocational school. So that was the response I got. That it's not a vocational school. And I said, no, it's not. It's not about vocation. It's so I have to now explain and explain. So for now, I'm very happy to see that materials engineering has actually penetrated into the industry. Now, when we are choosing people in the mining industry, materials engineering is top-notch. It's top-notch. Choose materials engineering. We choose chemical engineering. We choose minerals engineering, and we choose metallurgy. So they are now playing the same range when it comes to processing. So I would say that, yes, when I'm given a chance to choose again, I will still choose materials engineering. Because when I was given the opportunity to, my previous company wanted to set the baseline for those who could come and work in the processing department. So I was the one who put materials engineering first because that was my course. So I got in materials engineering first, and now it is now a yardstick that with materials engineering you can work in the processing department, and it shows. We are all over the place. I could say that about in my department alone, my previous company, about 5 of us were materials engineers. And most of them are all in different places, doing very well. So yes, Kisuwa, I will still choose KNUST. I always say that KNUST is one of the best. I tell the Takwa people that you people, they're so one of the best, and I also choose materials engineering. Sure.
Thank you. Do you have anything you want to tell those who are listening? Any piece of advice you'd like to share?
Yes, I do. What I want to tell I would say my younger self, okay? My younger self is that, look, you can do it. And for now, the conversation has changed from who can let me start. Now the conversation is who can stop me. So when you put in your mind and you put in your being in something, you can easily achieve it. Because in the industry now, they are now pushing the women. That's the truth. They are actually pushing us. And the men, I would say, have been mentored mostly by men. And the men currently are supportive. They are very supportive, and good that we are also in that level, and we are ever ready. We are with two hands to support. Currently, I have some of my senior colleagues who have been, process managers for long before I came, and they call me, support me in the industry. And they always tell me when I'm in challenges, I should just reach out to them and to support. And this is what we are talking about. One of such person is Mawu. Mawu is in the beginning, and also Catherine Kapu is in Ofields. All these big process managers who are females are ready to give us the needed support. So look, my younger self, come with all your might, with all the determination, and you can make it. So as I said, the question is no longer who can let me start, but it is now who can stop me. So that is what I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That's a good note to end on. Who can stop me? Thank you so much, Engineer Aniawu-Asumakah.
Yes. Okay.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you, Kisua. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. Great. And greetings to my supervisor, Jakes.
Yes, please, I'll tell him.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.